And as far as like all the drugs being legalized, like I don't like to do a lot of drugs or anything like that. I really just like smoking weed. We were talking about this today.
Yeah.
We were talking about this today and the patron Discord. And I was saying that like the only other drug that I've ever done that I actually liked was when I was prescribed that codeine syrup. Like if all drugs were legal and I could just go to the store and buy a bottle of codeine syrup, just kind of sip on every now and then, like if you could just take a little bit of that, put it in like some nice cognac, like
so you're drinking cognac with cough syrup?
Cognac with fucking codeine in it, right? Like, woo! One of those would put you in a real good place. It's
maybe in the hospital.
No, look. I'm not suggesting anybody does anything, but I'm just saying, like, if I hypothetically drank a glass of very fine cognac with like some Grand Marnier, maybe, or something like that, with a little bit of some peach flavored codeine syrup, it would be one hell of a time for one little nice drink that you'd sip, you know, over the course of an hour or so, 30 minutes or something. That was good shit. But other than that, like I have no interest in like doing coke or meth or like
no,
I've got an Adderall prescription, you know, like
drugs or just pot, really.
Yeah, just pot, you know, and mushrooms. I had terrible experience on. I don't think I want to do that ever again. I don't like getting on a ride that doesn't have an off position, or you know, there's no off switch to that. Well, whereas
for the non-drug people, how does weed have an off switch in a way that this others don't?
For me personally, like smoking weed never keeps me high for longer than 20 minutes.
Oh.
Like, and I mean, like my definition of high is probably different than like someone who doesn't smoke a lot. Like I should have time dilation. Like time shouldn't pass for me in the same way that it does for you if I'm high. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, I've got a little buzz, giggle. I want some pretzels. I'm hungry. My mouth's dry. Like, no, pussy. I'm talking about getting high. like we're talking about getting fucking stoned here.
Big talk for a guy that hasn't touched pot in years. And anyone else thinking the way Kyle and I have the same tolerance right now, and he's acting like some sort of pot expert.
No, you do not. Kyle will jump right back to like even when we were at the Colorado trip, like I was more of a, you know, take a couple hits and be like, as Kyle would say, like bitch mode buzzed. Where I'm like, man, I'm feeling pretty. I'm kind of toasty. I'm kind of high, and like. I'm like ready to keep playing Magic, and Kyle's like, round 4. Like, just, it's like, okay. All right. And what you're going to want to do here, Kyle, is, okay, I'll finish it once you're done with the hit. So you want to tap. Okay, I'll take another one, I guess. And it's like, before the end of it, it's like, I can't, he did this so he could beat my ass. I can't even remember like whose turn it is.
I was just being polite. All you got to do is say no. I don't mind smoking at all. But like yeah.
I felt like a bitch. You and Chiz were ripping right through it. And I was like, are they feeling the same way I am?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, they're fine.
Like Chiz came to my house one time, like so he came in on the bus. I think this was for the survival trip, and so like Chiz arrives at my house like a day before, maybe 36 hours before, and then Woody's going to drive down in a day or two, and so I go pick Chiz up at the bus stop in Atlanta, and driving back to my place. And on the way back, I'm like, I got some good weed when we get back to my place, man. I know you're in Cali. I know you've got whatever you want, but I got some good weed. You know, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. And I did. I had some really good weed. I don't remember where it came from. Maybe from Cali. but like we get back to my place, and he hadn't eaten for like 8 hours. And the plan was we'll get high and then we'll eat. And I think I had went and gotten like Taco Bell or something, because that's one of my favorite things to eat when I'm just real fucked up. And we're out on my front porch, and it's me and him and somebody else, and we're all chatting. And I had a little water pipe or something like that, and I'm just bubble. I clear a whole bowl at once. I'm not sharing the bowl. Like it's not that I'm bogarting it. Like I'm gonna clean it, everybody pack it, and hand it to you. We each get a bowl. We're not gonna share a bowl. I'm smoking the whole bowl, then you get your own bowl. So I smoke mine down, clear it, pack it, send it to him. He does the same thing, sends it back to me, clear it, pack it. do it again, hand it back to him, and I look at him. He's looking a little woozy. You know, he hasn't eaten. He's like low blood sugar or something over there. He hits it anyway, hands it back to me. Do it again. I do my third. I go to hand it back to him. He's like, no, I'm good. All right, man. So I just keep going. You know, I'm one after another. And after a while, I realized Chiz hasn't said anything in a while. And I look at him, and he's got that sweat on his upper lip. And he's pale as a ghost.
Oh, no.
And he's just looking through me. And I'm like, dude, are you all right? You don't look so hot. He's like, that's some real strong weed. I'm like, yeah, man, I told you it was some real strong weed. You okay? Eat that burrito. He's like, I think I just want to go lay down.
Man, start up fresh tomorrow.
Yeah, he did. He's like, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm done.
I mean, you get to that point with weed where it's just like, I got to go to bed. Like I can't be up anymore. I need to go to sleep. If you're high.
Yeah, that's why I went to concentrate, is because like I got to the point where like I gotta smoke so much flower to like get time dilated high. It's like we need concentrate now to like efficiently and like cost effectively like get high anymore. And with dabs, it's like I would be in bed with my water bong, like a little water pipe. Like I had this fancy hand blown deal that was like not like crazy expensive. I'm sure people are listening that have like $1,000 fucking pipes or something, but this was this fancy hand blown thing I bought in Atlanta. It was maybe $300 or something, and it looked cool. And when you do dabs, the bowl is called a nail, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they're either made out of titanium or quartz because you get them super hot. You take a blowtorch and you heat it up to, I don't fucking know, 500, 600 degrees, something crazy hot. And then you put your concentrate in there, do this little spinny dippity-doo thing, and it vaporizes in there and you inhale it. It's doing the same thing this vape I'm fucking hitting nicotine out of does, but it's fucking THC concentrated to 87% potency. It's crazy fucking strong. And so like I would hit that thing twice in a row, like do 2 dabs back to back and be so high that I wouldn't put the pipe down. Sometimes I would just come back to and realize I'd been holding this pipe for like 30 minutes. And like, holy shit, it's time to go again. I guess I'm awake again. Like I'm conscious. And like every now and then though, like I get so high that like my grip would like slowly be loosening. And so like the pipe, because the nail is sticking out on one end, it's heavy on that end. And that's where it will pivot. So that would swing. And so my grip loosens and the nail swings around and hits the back of my wrist, like right here. And it would go, I'm like, But, like, I'm sure there's a PKA where if you look closely, like if I do something like this, you'll see like a fucking like scab on the back of my fucking hand because I burnt the fucking shit out of myself because I got so goddamn high that like I let the thing slip out of my hand and burn the back of my my wrist.
The concentrate stuff is no joke. I remember the first time I tried that in college. I'd only smoked like flower up until that point, and someone was like, "Hey, try something on this dab rig." And like my first thought, it was at a buddy's like college apartment, and he stayed with a couple of other like really party loving guys, and like there's something more intimidating about like, trust me, it's just weed, and it's like, no, it's not. That's in a scary little container that's super concentrated, and you have a torch right there. That's sketchy. Seeing the torch is like, this feels high carbon than it is. And like they started heating it up, and I kept like saying like over and over, like, you know, give me a very small amount. Like you guys keep talking about like, oh, this is the most powerful thing on earth. And like I took what I thought was like, if it would have been a hit of flour, it would have been a teensy tiny little hit of flour. Yeah. And I took it, and it was maybe like 2 minutes later, like on the way up, like a minute in, I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not going to get out of control. But then the escalator didn't stop. And I was like, oh, this is my plan for the night. Like, I do not. Are you ready? Hey, you want to go out to the bar? No, if you guys are going to the bar, I'm going to go home.
I'll
just sit here and watch TV at your place.
It's the best. It
was nice, but it's not a good thing to do and then go out and like socialize like high on, or that high at least. At the time, I was that level of high where it's like everyone knows.
To each their own, because like I got to the point where like nobody knows. As long as I keep these sunglasses on, because if you see my eyes, you're like, ah. But like, as long as I've got sunglasses on, you're not gonna know. Nobody's gonna know, because I'm gonna be chill with it. I'm not gonna be fucking weird. I'm not gonna be self-conscious about it. I'm just gonna be blazed out of my goddamn mind, and nobody will be nobody will have any fucking idea.